Hey YouTube, just to give you a little update. These are the keys that go to the torsion bars. So I painted them with the same color paint that I'm using for the frame. And if I didn't say it before, I'm using this gray paint because for one thing, you can see it a lot better than you can black. But what I wanted to mainly show you here is that I have the transmission mounted, or the transmission cross member mounted in now. That's bolted in with grade 8 bolts that have aircraft locking nuts on the bottom of them. And I also have lock washers on there as well. Hopefully that'll all stay tight. And it ended up being, I think it's 17 inches from the 17.5 inches from the torsion bar cross member to the center of the frame there. So the frame is not exactly on center in the truck. It's actually off 2.5 inches, and it is on the actual truck. You can see where I measured, it's 21.5 inches on one side and 24 on the other. So if you were to look straight down the center line, you'd see that it's slightly offset, which is fine. Now this is the last cross member that's actually needed for this frame to be completed. So we have the transmission cross member, which I showed you a video of just recently, the last video, which showed this when it was in the welding stage. Then this cross member, this is the only one I did not make because it was not rusted at all. I just sandblasted it, cleaned it, although I did make that bracket there and the bracket that's on the opposite side. Those brackets were rusted. So the torsion bars will go in there. Made this cross member for the tank. This is the other cross member for the tank. I made these for the body to sit on, both sides. And then this is the bed. We'll rest on this one on each side there, and as well as the holes that are drilled in the frame here. What are you doing, boy? You getting ready for bed? Huh? I want to show you something else that I bought and something that I'm considering doing. I picked up this mini lathe the other day, and I just have it sitting here. I was fooling around with it today a little bit, just looking at it. I wasn't trying to make anything. I was just looking at it, working with it a little bit. It seems to be fairly well built for the size, and Grizzly was having a sale on them, and this lathe at the Pennsylvania store was $4.95. That's $100 cheaper than Harbor Freight's sale on the same lathe for right now. I don't know if you guys had bought one maybe less or cheaper some other time in history, but right now that's the story. It was $100 less than Harbor Freight, and it's a 7 by 12. I don't know if you can see it there, mini lathe. So what I'm thinking about doing with the mini lathe is I'm actually considering getting bulk urethane, and I'd like to make all of my supports, like for the springs that go inside the springs, and for the bed supports like this, I'd actually like to make them myself. I think that what I have here I know I can make as long as I can get the stuff, but I'm not sure what that urethane actually looks like. I've never used it before. I'm assuming that it's a pretty hard product and as well as durable, so I have to look at it and see what it's like before I know what's going on. Also, tonight I welded another tram gauge together. I don't know if you can see it there. I'm using the front part of the last tram gauge. In other words, it's locked in both positions there. And then inside the frame, this goes against and butts in here. So I have a cross member welded on there, and I need one more cross member back in here to go across. So what I have there is I have a gauge that I can pick up and down, and when I set it on the new frame, which will be set on these same pieces here, this and that other front one, I'll be able to tell whether the frame that I have, that I'm making, is racked and set on center to fit this old frame. So that's what I'm making next, and that'll give me the alignment that I need. I won't have to worry about any kind of alignment or the truck following the bed following the cab crooked down the street. I'm not going to have to worry about any of that. So you might get a better view of that gauge from there, of what it's going to look like. I need to put another cross member somewhere from here over to here, and then that should be good. Alright guys, well, that's where I'm at so far, and I hope this is helping somebody, or at least giving you a little bit of entertainment. So if you have nothing to do and you want something major to do, I would say that this is about it. If you look at that, I don't know how this, I guess you can't really tell, that transmission is not really centered here. I mean, this is center of the frame. If you look down there, it's sort of to the right of the frame, which is where it ought to be. Alright guys, so thanks a lot for watching these videos, and I'll keep you posted on the next one. Bye.